Welcome back to Amateur Game Review. I'm Zach, this is Randy with me, and anyone who's ever done any kind of content will tell you that you should save anything important you have to say until the end so people have to watch it and give you, that watch time. So I probably shouldn't tell you this game's amazing and just go buy it. That's the review right there.
Review done? Okay. Well, like you said, anybody that does content would tell you to save the best for last, but I think they'd also tell you to mention the name of the game you're actually reviewing in the intro.
Did I forget to do that?
Yes, you did. It's okay, though. We're amateurs here. It's all right. Zach's definitely slacking today. Today we are reviewing DeathLoop, which is a very good game. So I guess we're both going to gush over this game today, so I'll just let you go first. Why don't you tell us what this game is?
All right, well, usually that's easy, but this is kind of hard because it's like 7 games wrapped into one. It is obviously a first-person shooter. It's also sort of a Metroidvania kind of game. Like, you have to get pieces to go back to certain areas that you've already visited to unlock more.
Yeah, but instead of getting power, you gotta get information.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still the same concept. And then also, in a way, it's sort of a rogue because you just keep starting over. But like without all the frustrations of a rogue, you get to keep your stuff, which that's the hardest part of a rogue. And then somehow it's also a Dark Souls clone. Like, I don't understand like how they took all these parts from games and made it, because the multiplayer in this game is so much fun and frustrating. It's exactly like Souls. It's got invasions. Basically, I'm just like talking about how great it is, but you have to do that to explain how the game is.
There's a lot to dissect there. It's a lot to take in.
There's a lot in this game. It is a very hard game to explain. It's like they took parts of all kinds of genres and all the best parts of all these genres and made one, and somehow actually worked.
Yeah, I mean, everything just fits together very well. My first playthrough, or my first loop, I guess, I thought this game was going to be very short, because I was like, I'll do an objective and it let me out. And I did a couple more, and I was like, all right, I'm through my first day. Like, now I just got to kill 8 people and I'm done. And it's like, that's not how it works. Like, there's four maps, there's 4 times a day. You gotta do it in a certain order. There's so much stuff to unlock, so many codes you gotta get, so many pieces you have to pick up. And you can die. If you die, you gotta start all the way over. I don't know, it's just it's not like 12 minutes we're gonna beat it one day. Like, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, and the way that it works is actually really cool, because all of those bosses, the main people you have to kill, they all play and have different mechanics that are completely different because they have special abilities.
Yeah.
But the main objective of the game is to get them all together so that you can kill them all in one day. That means that you are, initially killing 1 boss at a time. Well, then eventually you're killing 2 at a time.
Then you got the invaders.
Yeah, that just keeps stacking, so that like eventually you may be taking on 3 or 4 of these bosses at the same time, and while that's happening, you're getting invaded by some other player that just wants to piss you off.
I didn't even know I was invaded the first time I got invaded. Like, I was just going, I didn't know I was out of the tutorial yet.
Let me tell you about my first experience with being invaded. I was actually playing with you. Like, I mean, you were on the headset with me, talking to me. We were in Discord. And I get invaded, and this guy is just destroying me, right? I'm almost done with this level, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get out of there. And I finally die the 3rd time to this jerk. And it pops up on screen, and it's freaking you. I was like, are you kidding me? You're sitting here talking to me the whole time. I was so mad because you had such better weapons and stuff. I was so pissed off, and you just started laughing. Whole time talking to me, never told me you were invading me. I was like, all right, game, touche.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. We're going to throw it on the screen for everyone to see. The one and only time I killed you in a shooter game.
But obviously, like, all we've done is sit here and gush about the actual gameplay of the game, but there's other parts to this, and it just keeps getting better. The story is, really good. And then to top that off, like the way the story's told, the writing is, part of the story, it's excellent, but the voice acting, it's
great, phenomenal.
I mean, the banter back and forth between Colt and Juliana is just great. And all of the little characters and stuff, you could sneak up on them and they're having conversations. Every last detail of the voice acting is fantastic in this game.
Like when you very first load in, your very first day, you sneak up on that first dude that you see. It's like the tutorial. And they're like crouch and then sneak up and then push this button to assassinate him. And you walk up and you kill him. And then your character, he's like, Oh shit, that was way too easy. I've done this before.
Yeah.
I just like the style of the voice acting. It reminds me of Borderlands almost,
It's got a
but
very comedic feel to it.
and a lot of games go for that. They just miss a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's
But this
very
one actually nailed it.
Yeah, it's very nonchalant and light feeling. Like these characters know that they're, in a war or whatever against each other, but they also know that they're going to just come right back. So death is a joke to them, and they play off of that.
Well, there was definitely a lot to digest with this game, a lot to dig through. We obviously can't go through everything, or you wouldn't need to play the game.
It
So
does.
why don't you just go ahead and tell us your final thoughts on it, Zach?
My final thoughts are that, honestly, for me, this is game of the year so far. I mean, it could change. We got some
By
big
de-
hitters coming up,
By
but
default,
no, not by default. This is one of the best games I've played in a long time, and I'm starting to expect that with Arcane. These developers are making fantastic games.
yeah.
And we didn't even touch on the stealth mechanics. But coming from the company that made Dishonored, you would pretty much expect that. It plays exactly like the other Arcane games, Prey and Dishonored and all that. The gameplay is so smooth, the story is so good. Everything about this game I absolutely enjoyed, and I don't know, it's just been a long time since a game wrapped me up this well that I actually spent Sunday only half watching football and mostly playing DeathLoop. And if that doesn't say everything, I mean, what else is there to say? I give this like a 9.8 out of 10.
9.8, that's pretty high.
I almost gave it a 10. I just feel like, I don't know, that's weird to do. I've never given a game a 10 before, but I thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, I mostly agree with that. I'm not going to give it Game of the Year. I still think Resident Evil is pretty good. I did really enjoy this game, though. I like the stealth, the way they pulled that off. You can play any way you want. You can do stealthy. You can just go in guns blazing. It doesn't matter. The graphics were good. The gunplay was good. The way they did their abilities was good. Just looking for abilities. You're trying to upgrade it. Like, there's still a grind to it that I find fun. The actual loop. Like, each game has a gameplay loop. Every game, no matter what, has an actual loop of gameplay. Some games do them well. Some of them are boring. This was really fun. Like, even though it's the same loop, like, what I'm saying, you only got 4 maps at 4 times a day, so you're eventually going to get repetitive, but it never feels the same. There's always something different to do. There's always some type of progression, and it's always entertaining.
Yeah, you aren't wrong. But if you've played Deathloop, because it is already out, why don't you let us know what you thought of the game, or if you're planning on picking it up, let us know if you're excited about it. But as always, I'm Zach. This is Randy. We've been Amateur Game Review. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that great stuff that really helps us out. And continue to watch our videos. It means a lot. But we will see you in the next one.